Salut tout le
Salut.
monde, I'm Maya and I'm French.
I'm Charlie, I'm American. And today we're going to talk about quoi at the end of a phrase. I'm sure you've heard it if you've listened to native speakers speak. Sometimes they say quoi at the end of the phrase. And we're going to talk about what that means.
Yeah, you have a lot of questions about that. I think I mentioned it and explained it a little bit in the Jodi Foster reacting video. And yeah, we're going to give you more examples and go more in depth. I guess it's considered as a tic de langage again, kind of like
Yeah.
du coup. So it's used in spoken language. It could be sometimes rude if you put a
Like
bigger,
the wrong tone on it.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Don't just a little warning. Don't use it in a
Like
formal situation.
Yeah, you don't want to use this at a job interview or maybe even in French class.
So let's go over some examples and how to use it and what it can mean.
So for me, I tell a lot of my private French students that it's just like to emphasize something or to insist something.
Yeah.
I really like what you said, how it's like a mic drop at the end of a
Yeah.
sentence.
Yeah, because you're not asking anything from someone. It's not like in English at the end of a sentence you have kind of like you want confirmation about what you just said. That's not what it means. It's just ouais voilà quoi. It's just a mic drop. That's it.
Like that's it. I think of it kind of like, I used to live in New York and people would say yo, like in the beginning of a sentence. Like it doesn't really mean anything. It just
Yeah.
kind of emphasizes. Or, I had a friend from Malaysia and he would say la at the end of a sentence.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's kind of like
interesting.
that. It's just to emphasize or like insist, kind of.
Yeah. So we understand why it could be kind of tricky to understand or what it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't really mean anything, so it's hard to explain.
So maybe we'll give you some examples to make it a little bit more understandable, give you
Right.
some context. One time I was watching this interview and they're asking people why they like living in Paris. And this one guy was like, bah, il y a beaucoup de bars, beaucoup de restos, c'est la capitale quoi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouais. Il y a beaucoup de bars, il y a beaucoup de restos. C'est la capitale, quoi. That's cool. It's kind of like proves a point or insists.
Yeah, it just insists, it just kind of emphasizes.
And
Yeah.
again, that mic drop, it's the capital,
Yeah.
But in English, it asks something. It's kind of like but you're not asking anything. You don't.
I like saying at the end of a phrase.
Yeah, like saying at the end of the sentence.
Yeah, it's kind of like that too.
It's kind of like that, but the person will say, oh, well, okay.
So using it that way, it's kind of neutral, like we said. It's kind of like saying or you see. Yeah.
So I just want to give the example from the Jodi Foster video. We'll leave the link if you want to watch that whole thing again or watch it if you didn't watch it. She talked about kids playing roles in movies, and she said something that was interesting. She was like, ça serait bien que les enfants jouent des rôles plus complexes et pas juste des objets innocents, quoi. And
Yeah,
it
just
was
like
an
that mic drop.
Yeah, she kind of proves her point by giving the example of innocent objects,
Yeah,
and it's a mic drop, like
just to emphasize statement like over.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty neutral, but it's just like that. But of course, it can be used in a totally different way if you kind of use a different tone or
Yeah.
intonation. Which one is
the
it?
tone is really important with this. Like if you use the wrong tone, it could sound kind of sarcastic or like.
Yeah, like you can sound like you're annoyed or kind of rude too.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go over some examples. I guess we like to be kind of sarcastic,
Like
and sassy in French. I mean, I'm sure like when you're annoyed in every language, it can be kind of
Yeah.
sassy, but we have that a lot in French. We'll give you two examples with the same sentence, but with a different tone, so you can understand like how, like what not to do, I guess. So let's say someone can ask you, what did you do yesterday? Qu'est-ce que t'as fait hier? Qu'est-ce que t'as fait hier? And you can say, oh, j'ai travaillé. Ouais, voilà quoi. Or j'ai travaillé quoi.
Yeah, very nice tone, like not
Yeah.
aggressive in any way.
Yeah, it's not aggressive. It's like, oh, I just worked. Like nothing special.
Yeah.
But if you say, j'ai travaillé quoi. It's like you sound really annoyed.
Yeah,
J'ai travaillé, quoi. Kind of
aggressive, kind of like obviously I worked or something.
Yeah, maybe the person keeps asking them or kind of hints to like, oh, did you even do anything yesterday? Like, but well, yeah, I worked. Like, j'ai travaillé, quoi. That's what you have to be careful with. So you see, the same sentence, different tone, totally different meanings. Another example where someone could be kind of annoyed, or I mean really annoyed, is let's say the first person asks, oh, are you coming with us? Tu viens avec nous? Tu viens avec nous?
Oh, j'aimerais bien, mais je dois ranger un peu, et puis je sais pas, enfin si j'aurai le temps. Et...
Bon bah, tu viens pas, quoi.
Ouais.
Bon bah, tu viens pas, quoi. So in this situation, the person is kind of, you know, not being direct and not saying that he can't come. He's just like giving excuses. And the first person is annoyed and is just like, okay, so you're not coming then. It's not a question. It's not, so you're not coming, right?
Yeah, it's like a statement. Like
yeah, it's
emphasize.
more like, so you're not coming then. So I guess it's closer to that in English.
But I would have to say that don't worry so much about using it. This video is more about helping you understand what it means.
Right.
It's going to take a lot of exposure to the language to understand how to use this in conversation, how to, you know, to get the intonation right. And it's just something you have to be exposed to a lot. If you have any questions, just let us know down in the comments.
If you heard any other examples that we didn't mention, it's probable that there are other uses for that word. But those are the main ones, pretty much. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. If you're interested in learning more conversational French, check out our free e-course at StreetFrench.org.
You can also check out our Instagram. We're super present over there. We're posting stuff every day, sharing French content that we like to watch, but also French content that's really important and useful for you to watch. Not like movies that are scripted, but people who are speaking naturally in
like improvising,
yeah, like in interviews and things like that. So we share that a lot. And if you want to support the project, support StreetFrench.org and support us, feel free to check out our Patreon page. We have a bunch of different perks, and one of our favorite is the private Facebook group chat. And yeah, you can interact with us, ask us questions whenever you feel like. It's really cool to see the patrons interact with each other on the group too. But yeah, if you can help us, check it out if you want to, of course, but yeah, no pressure. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, well, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Salut.
Salut, bye bye.